Okay, we're back. Another high tide imbibe. Have something from fairly close to me. Another maritime beer. This one's just a little bit ways down the road. About, I don't know. If you're going quickly, like 40 minutes down the road, I guess. Something like that. It's in Lawrencetown. So, not too far away. This is from Lunn's Mill, and this is their Lunn's Pub Ale. So it's an English bitter in style. It's at 5.9%. So let's, before we get into the shit on the can, let's share the screen. All right. So we got Lunn's Mill here. So, where's their beer? There we go. So I got a bunch of stuff. I've had some other things before. Okay, I think just answered a question for me. As I was looking at this, I was looking at the alcohol, 5.9% for this beer, and they're saying it's just an English bitter, when really that alcohol screams ESB alcohol levels for me. So yeah, okay, I guess maybe they've rebranded this. We'll see, but they got their Lunn's Pub. Seems to be the same spiel that's on the can here, pretty much. But yeah, they have their Charming Molly Blonde Ale, Anvil Porter, Le Domaine Saison, Girl, Hold My Earrings, Berliner Weiss, Lager Driver I've had, Eclipse Black, First Cut IPA I've had, Brickyard Red, Purple Grain IPA. I've seen that. I've never had it. I never picked it up. Yeah, so there's no individual pages for their beers, I guess. And they got a restaurant, and they got nachos, Donair nachos. Ooh, wow. Okay. That sounds fucking great. We're going to stop sharing there, but we'll come back. And now we have Craig from Kent Beer Reviews watching again. He's in the chat here saying, cheers again. He's currently drinking a Printemps Saison from Burning Sky Brewery from here in England. Oh, nice. Sounds very good. So yeah, they say English bitter on here, but their website says ESB, so I don't know where the rebranding is. It's either on the website or it's here, or maybe they're just trying to well, obviously they're trying to brand it as something that's more easy for newbies to get into, to like not be scared away by. Extra special bitter sounds frightening, I'm sure, to people not familiar with other beer styles. It's a copper color with low medium bitterness and mild hop character, true to style. It has relatively low carbonation, so you can pour it full glass without all that pesky foam. Okay, so the description describes in standard English bitter, but they say ESB on the website if you go there and get it on tap. Well, we're just going to have to find out what the fuck this actually is once we get into it. If it's an ESB, I won't be disappointed. I won't be mad at false advertising. If this is an ESB and a good one, I will be fucking over the moon, because it's been a while outside of Propeller that I've gotten a good ESB. And Propeller's ESB it's really good, but it's a little bit lower on the alcohol side than it should be. It should be somewhere closer to Fuller's ESB, you know. Let's see what we have here. The lovely Lee Hardy is back. I got myself a bottle of Peach Crown. I'm kind of obsessed with peaches, unlike someone I know. Well, I mean, we can't all be perfect, love. And we have the Beer Patrol, Average Joe. Nothing like confusing the customers, baby. That's right. So we're going to pour this out and see what we think. So this is an ESB. The hop character should actually be a bit fruitier. than your standard English bitter. The alcohol level is definitely right. Oh, and see, the color is leading me to think ESB, because that generally ESBs get a tinge darker than your standard British bitter does too. A little bit more malt going on there. A little bit more roasty on the malt. So it looks a little bit more ruby red to me when I'm putting it up against the light, but it's basically a deep amber. And then Craig asks, do you like pineapple beers, Lee? No. I don't like much pineapple anything. I can sort of tolerate some pineapple like notes in a beer once in a while, but I am not a pineapple fan at all. Do not like it. So let's go right to the aroma here. Very malty. Up front, big, nice caramel malt coming through here. Almost chocolate. A little bit of fruitiness underlying. And I'm picking up a little bit of earthiness as well. So obviously they don't list the fucking hops. I wish they would give me a better idea of what I'm getting into. I don't like having to try to guess what fucking hops, because I'm terrible at that. But if I was to say, I'd say like, they probably got like something along the lines of Kent Golding or something here. Smells very much like British bitter, bordering on ESB. So let's go right to it. Cheers. That is fucking great. Oh, I likes it. I likes it a lot. I am saying this right now. Lunn's Pub Ale, you and I are going to be very well acquainted. I'm definitely buying more of this. I can't believe it's taking me this long to pick some up. I would say, you know what? It's weird. You could go either way with the argument here for this being just a standard pub ale that's maybe a little bit beefier, or you could say it's kind of a slightly milder ESB. It's somewhere in the middle there. So in the catch-all of English bitter, this is fantastic. It's got a little bit of the more lighter, mild characteristics that make a bitter stand out as an easy drinking beer that you can have all the time. But at the same time, it's got the near 6% alcohol in it and a little bit extra hoppiness, a little bit extra dryness, that copper coin mineral kind of hop backbone to it. But it's not like, as Joe would often say, how I like drinking beers that taste like dirt. It's not that extreme. Very good caramel maltiness up front. A little bit of vestiges of fruitiness from the hops sort of in there underneath. Some like dark fruit kind of notes. This smells and tastes fucking fantastic. It's very smooth going down. It's got a good medium body to it. Whether I was writing this as an ESB or just a standard English bitter, and we'll just keep with English bitter because it says so on the can. Style-wise, either way, I'm inclined to throw a 9 at this. This is really fucking good. They've really kind of recreated this, recaptured the style here, even though, it's not a British brewery doing this shit. They've knocked off a great clone of that style, basically, interpretation of that style, whatever you want to say it. Personal enjoyment, 9. 9's all around. And here's Joe saying, handfuls of dirt in the face hole. You trying to turn me on, Joe? Is that what you're trying to do? This is fucking fantastic, man. This is great. This is fucking great. I am definitely buying more of this. Lunn's Pub Ale. They're English bitter. Whether you want to call it an ESB or just standard bitter, it works either way. 9 for style, 9 for personal enjoyment. And Joe saying, always trying, but mostly failing. Don't put yourself down like that, Joe. You do way better than you think. And then Craig going, do these breweries do cask for this style? I fucking doubt it. I don't think anybody here in Nova Scotia really does cask ale of any sort. You might find one or two that do it as a lark once in a while, but I don't think there's too many actual like legit cask ale things going on over here in Nova Scotia, at least. So, I know I've never had one. And Joe backs this up. Cask in North America is so ridiculously rare. Yeah, it's not something that's really caught on culturally over here ever, really. If anything, it's like ultimate. It's like one of the ultimate hipster things that's so hipster that even hipsters don't want to touch it. That's kind of the attitude over here. It's unfortunate because I'd like to try it. I've never had a cask ale before, but very, very few and far between. All right, guys. So, that was the Lunn's Mill Pub Ale. And like I said, I still got a couple other beers to do tonight. So I'm going to sit back and enjoy this one a bit. So I'm probably going to be, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes before I come back with the next beer. And Craig saying it's always better in that serving style. Well, good to know. Thanks for watching, guys. We're going to take off. Like I said, I'll be back in about half hour's time with something else. It's a surprise. And then Lee saying that's such a long wait. Well, we've both waited a long fucking time for certain things, so you should be used to it by now. We're down to 1 week. Week and a day, basically, right? All right. So we'll be back. See you guys in a little bit.